Jennifer Lopez and Matt Damon were photographed holding hands during an intimate conversation at the Toronto International Film Festival despite her divorce from his close friend Ben Affleck. The pair shared a sentimental moment while having a private chat at an after-party to celebrate their new movie, Unstoppable. An eyewitness previously told people that J.Lo and Matt chatted for over 20 minutes during the soiree, and according to the source, they began talking and had a long, deep conversation.
I truly have left this woman alone for years. I have just been annoyed in silence since high school. And guess what? I'm a Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx who went to the same high school as you, and you're lying. I saw your high school photo. You did not have hair like that, and we also both attended an all-girls Catholic high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood, so you weren't running up and down the block. You know damn well you were sitting next to Megan Farley and Christine Marchetti in class. Why are you lying? Please stop using us to look human. We are sick of you. You don't do shit for us. Keep our names out of your mouth. We're not running up and down the block. Not all of us do that for kicks. You're stupid. Stop using us to look human. Stop using us to look relatable. We don't like you.
What secrets might Jennifer Lopez be hiding, and why is Matt Damon speaking out now? The story involves Jennifer, Matt, and Diddy, with a connection that dates back to Jennifer's high-profile relationship with Diddy in the late 90s. While that relationship made headlines at the time, it's the aftermath and a few lesser-known details that are sparking renewed interest. And now, Matt Damon's name is emerging in the conversation, making things even more intriguing. Matt has always been a loyal friend to Ben Affleck, and their decades-long bond is well known. They grew up together, made it big in Hollywood together, and have always had each other's backs through various controversies. But recently, Damon seems to be hinting that he's ready to speak up about some things that have been bothering him for a while. One of the main sources of his frustration? The constant headlines surrounding Ben's marriage to Jennifer Lopez. As their relationship unfolds, it seems to be pulling Ben into new, sometimes messy, dramas that Matt may feel compelled to address. His recent comments are sparking rumors that he's finally had enough and is preparing to reveal some of what he's witnessed, including stories tied to Jennifer's past relationships.
Jennifer Lopez was a bit embarrassed yesterday on the Today Show when Hoda and Savannah brought up the fact that they asked Matt Damon about the rumors that Jennifer was back with Ben shortly after they were first spotted together again in May 2021.
Your friend, Ben Affleck, and a little thing we call Bennifer.
There's not enough liquor in the world for you to get me to say something about that.
The ladies kept trying, but Matt is no amateur in shooting down a question in the most charming way.
How did you even know that Bennifer was a thing again?
Possibly.
Maybe.
I just heard you guys. I was sitting here waiting to come on TV. It's the first time I heard about it.
And what did you think?
It's a fascinating story.
With Ben Affleck's recent divorce from Jennifer Lopez, Matt Damon seems to be reassessing a lot, especially as old controversies surrounding Jennifer's past are being resurrected. As Ben finds himself entangled in the drama of Jennifer's previous relationships, Matt might finally be ready to speak out. He's well aware of the toll that Jennifer and Ben's relationship has taken on his friend, one that began with a high-profile engagement in the early 2000s, only to end in heartbreak. Fast forward 2 decades and they've rekindled their romance, but this time Ben is caught in a web of fresh controversies tied to Jennifer's past. Matt Damon, who has seen his friend struggle with personal issues including addiction and mental health challenges, might feel increasingly frustrated by Ben's involvement in a relationship that seems to drag him back into negative attention. One key issue that's resurfaced, possibly prompting Matt to speak out, is Jennifer's infamous connection to Diddy and the events surrounding their relationship. Matt knows enough about Hollywood's inner circles to understand that relationships, especially ones with such high stakes, don't just fade away. They leave behind shadows, sometimes lasting a lifetime. So when Matt reportedly began speaking out, people began to wonder, what does he know? Why is he now willing to shine a light on Jennifer's past with Diddy after all these years? And what secrets could he be ready to expose about Jennifer and Diddy? To understand why this is coming up now, we need to look back at a key moment from Jennifer's past, one that's been a persistent stain on her career: the infamous 1999 nightclub incident. On December 27th, Jennifer and Diddy were out at Club New York in Times Square, accompanied by rapper Shine. What started as an ordinary night out quickly spiraled into chaos when an argument broke out and shots were fired. 3 people were injured, and the incident became a full-blown media frenzy. Both Diddy and Shine were arrested, while Jennifer, who was with them at the time, faced public backlash that would follow her for years. While Diddy and Jennifer were released without serving jail time, Shyne was convicted of attempted murder and served 10 years in prison. The quick release of Jennifer and Diddy sparked intense rumors, with many speculating that their fame and connections helped them avoid serious legal consequences. Further suspicions grew when reports emerged suggesting that Jennifer and Diddy might have cooperated with investigators in a way that minimized their involvement in the incident. The public's curiosity around the details of that night and the lingering questions about Jennifer's role have never quite faded. Although Jennifer's career continued to soar in the years following the incident, the shadow of what happened that night in 1999 still lingers over her. Diddy, too, has had his own share of controversies over the years, but he's managed to reinvent himself in the public eye. Yet, the questions about the truth behind the shooting and whether Jennifer played a part in helping to downplay her involvement continue to resurface. As one of the few people close to both Ben and Hollywood's inner circles, MattDamon might know more about this than we realize. Now that he's reportedly voicing concerns, fans are left wondering just how much he knows and what impact this might have on Jennifer, Diddy, and even Ben Affleck.
Was at the center of a violent incident again in December 1999, and this time, one of the biggest stars on the planet would be pulled into the fray.
Police say Lopez and Combs were picked up along with his bodyguard and driver, fleeing a shooting at a Manhattan nightclub that left 3 people injured.
Diddy was dating Jennifer Lopez. One night, he took her out to a New York City nightclub when all hell broke loose.
So essentially, J-Lo and Diddy were out partying with a couple of his friends, their friends, Shyne, another rapper, and an altercation ensued, shots were fired.
I feel terrible that people were hurt that night.
There have been numerous sources over the years speculating about what really happened that night in 1999, with some claims suggesting that Jennifer Lopez may have been more involved than initially thought. One such allegation is that she might have smuggled a weapon into the club for Diddy, setting the stage for the violent incident that followed. While these claims have never been substantiated, they certainly add fuel to the fire of speculation about Jennifer's loyalty to Diddy and the lengths she may have been willing to go to support him. Diddy's own legal tactics surrounding the incident also raise further questions. Reports suggest that he may have paid off key witnesses and even judges to prevent them from testifying or verifying their statements, which would have been a powerful way to avoid jail time. For Jennifer, who was at the beginning of her career, distancing herself from the events of that night would have been crucial. Given the power and influence Diddy held at the time, it's easy to see how he and possibly Jennifer might have used their resources to protect themselves from the legal fallout. What makes these allegations even more compelling is the timing. Recently, Diddy has faced new lawsuits that bring fresh attention to his controversial past, reopening old wounds. These developments have caused many to revisit the events of that night in 1999, and the possibility that Diddy's financial reach may have played a role in shielding both him and Jennifer from facing serious consequences has led to even more questions about what really transpired.
Lawsuits accused the hip-hop mogul of horrific in one case against a 10-year-old boy.
As legal issues surrounding Diddy resurface, it seems that the old accusations are coming back to haunt him, and Jennifer Lopez, who was by his side at the height of his influence, can't escape the shadows of that past. For Jennifer, who was rising quickly in both music and film, it's hard not to wonder if her choices back then were driven by fear of the potential repercussions on her career. With her star on the rise, she may have felt she had no choice but to stand by Diddy, even if it meant getting caught up in the fallout of his legal troubles. As these long-buried accusations resurface, MattDamon's recent actions add an interesting layer to the story. Known for his loyalty to his lifelong friend Ben Affleck, who has had an on-again, off-again relationship with Jennifer since the early 2000s, Matt has often played the role of a stabilizing force in Ben's life. He's helped him navigate tough times, particularly when Jennifer's controversial past came back into the public eye. With those issues resurfacing once more, Matt seems genuinely concerned about how this will affect Ben, who has already had his fair share of struggles in his personal life. Matt's insights into Ben and Jennifer's relationship likely run deeper than most. Having witnessed Ben's journey through the highs and lows of dating one of Hollywood's biggest stars, Matt may have observed how Jennifer's relentless ambition sometimes clashed with Ben's more grounded approach to life and career. Jennifer has always been known for her fierce determination to build her brand and secure her place at the top. To some, her drive is inspiring, while others might view it as cutthroat. From Matt's perspective, it's possible he sees her ambition as the very thing that led her to stand by Diddy, even if it meant getting tangled in the mess that followed.
Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gun residue on her hands the night that Natanya was at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall?
For someone like Matt Damon, who values loyalty and has stood by Ben Affleck through thick and thin, seeing Jennifer Lopez's commitment to protecting her own interests might be a tough pill to swallow. Matt's recent actions seem to reflect a belief that, unlike his deep friendship with Ben, Jennifer's loyalty may be more tied to her career than to the people around her. As someone who genuinely cares about Ben's well-being, Matt is raising important questions about how Jennifer's past decisions could impact his friend now that they've rekindled their relationship. Adding an explosive twist to this already complicated story are recent federal raids on Diddy's properties, reportedly linked to the latest lawsuits against him. These legal battles accuse Diddy of violent and manipulative behavior, painting a dark picture that suggests his power and influence may have shielded him from consequences for far too long. The public's reaction to these new developments has been intense, with fans speculating on the long-lasting impact of Diddy's alleged actions and how Jennifer's past involvement might continue to affect those close to her, particularly Ben. One fan commented, "J-Lo got something from her associate with Diddy. Why would she be different than all the others?" Another fan wrote, "If eyes are the windows to the soul, I'd say they have no souls, just hollow eyes and forked tongues, especially the diddler." This fan response captures the growing animosity among those who have followed Diddy's career, as well as the ongoing speculation about Jennifer Lopez's connection to him and her silence regarding his past controversies. With these new allegations against Diddy resurfacing, and the potential fallout for Jennifer, people are beginning to wonder if the truth might finally come to light. As more troubling stories about Diddy emerge, Matt Damon's concerns appear to be growing more urgent. Fans are taking notice, and Matt's recent critiques seem to underscore the idea that some issues are simply too big to overlook any longer. J-Lo will need prayers. When Diddy starts talking, commented a viewer, "A lot of these celebrities are fallen angels, SL demons that got kicked out from heaven for their rebellion. A lot of them are in this generation." The reemergence of Diddy's legal issues raises serious questions about how power dynamics work in Hollywood, particularly when it comes to protecting those at the top. With Matt Damon voicing his concerns, this story feels like it's building towards something significant. So, will this be the final blow to Jennifer's carefully crafted image, or is it just another Hollywood scandal that will eventually fade away? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. If you're invested in seeing how this intense Hollywood drama unfolds, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You won't want to miss what could turn out to be much bigger than it seems. Plus, join the conversation with us on Facebook. We're excited to share more, laugh together, and keep you inspired. Stay tuned.